ethic, and how can you design your day, plan your day, design your lifestyle to avoid burnouts. And the biggest thing is you get burned out, um, like it's for those especially who are working from home, working on their desks or laptops, and uh, most of the time we got like a ton of activities in front of a monitor or a screen, you know. That's why we don't switch the task, we don't switch our focus point, we don't switch our minds. That's why we get burned out. And the problem I see here is to not the problem. Let's talk about the solution. Solution here is when you work for a certain amount of time in front of computer, you get frustrated, you get overwhelmed with the work and all the info you gathered with the work, and this after approximately hour is a good time to spend in front of computer to focus on some tasks, and then you need to switch activity. So that's the time when you reach like your, I would say, 80% of your brain with work, you know, overwhelmed. You're not fully overwhelmed, but with a 80%. And that's the time when you need to switch the task, you need to focus on something else. And especially it's so important to not use the screens, monitors, like something that has a ton of info inside, you know. For me actually it's because, not because of info, but because of influence to eyes. I have problems with the eyes, as you see with my glasses, and you need to find the activities you will put in those gaps where you have your like free time from work. And usually I do it almost the same way. I work for an hour, or the time I can like focus on, you know. It's like not a timer, no, it's a counter for time. And if I see more of an hour and I'm not focused, I stop working. If I see under an hour, I start I'm force myself to focus. So after the work session, I go, and it would be any task. I just tidy up my room, I cook some dinner, and that's the key to solve the biggest problem of a freelancer, I would say, of a work from home. I hate cooking. I hate spending time on food. I just like tasty food, you know, but no, I don't like spending time on it. And I always didn't have time for this because I had a ton of work on my computer, and I would work for 4 hours straight with no gap between working session. It's just solid working session for 4 hours. Of course it gets me so damn overwhelmed, I would say like 200%, that I need to relax for a few hours at least to get like in a normal state. And this is and this and I wouldn't have the time to cook, of course, because I have some other things to do instead of work. And and that's the time when I realize I can put the cooking in those gaps between working session. So I work for an hour, then I spend time on cooking, like it's a 30 or 60 minutes. I eat and then I go work again. And that's the perfect, you know, um, sequence, because when you don't have things to do, you can just do some useful things, some important things like cooking, and it solves your timing problem and your focus problem. So the other time, I would say I will go for a walk, and most of the times I go for some sport. Maybe it's a gym, maybe it's a football. So I plan my day like this one. It's Monday work uh, I work, and when I get overwhelmed like 100% with a few working sessions, I go to gym like in a 6 p.m. I train for hour and a half, go home, uh, work, cook dinner and eat. So that I get the most from this session. Uh, Let me explain. So I get the most from each time when I don't work. So it's first thing is gym. I work before gym and I work after gym, and then I cook dinner because I'm hungry after work. I'm hungry after gym and after work, and I use this gap. I cook dinner, I eat it, and then I go work again. So you understand that um, the worst, like not the worst, the bad time management, I would say, is to work for straight 4 hours or 5 or 6 hours. Sometimes first time I was working from home, I would work 12 hours straight and then figure everything else. Uh, that was terrible. So bad time management would be work 5 hours and then cook, then go for sports, go for everything else, and you still have to work like 3-4 hours, and you are already so overwhelmed that barely these activities can clean up your mind. So I hope you get the point. And right now I realize that is the best way to work, but I mentioned some activities, and I do these activities in the winter when I don't really have a lot of choice to pick from. But when you have a good environment, uh, when you live in a good place, or it's a summer outside, you can have a lot better activities, like, I don't know, playing tennis, go for a run, go for a pool, as I have in my apartment sector, and all these things. So it's pretty cool to work when you have separated everything to make it the most efficient. I would say that second one would fit some of the people, but I think that it's like few percent of all, above all. So you just need to experiment with the timing, with the like breaks, what fits best for you. I fit best this exact system, so that's how I do a lot of progress. And I wanted to say some last things inside of mind. It's too deep. I need to remember these things. So okay, the other thing important is for another video. I'll talk about socializing, because I understand that maybe a lot of you just working from your home, having some dreams, and don't even talk to anyone, maybe just parents or the closest friends. I would say talking to some people is really great way to clean up your mind, because you see the different perspective from others' opinions, you know. You feel the different world, different approach. It's just everything different in the person you met, and it's sometimes it's not fun, but mostly it's really fun to meet new people and having conversations with them. That's why I do it mostly. I have met a lot of friends here in the gym. It's a great place to meet people. I would say that sports places are the best ones to meet people. So I highly recommend these. And so hope you enjoyed. And I'll stop on this one. I'll record another video in a few days. So see you next time.